I'm Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop, and today we're breaking out the big bubble template for our brand new Quilt As You Go crib quilt. Before we talk about our supplies, I want to talk about what Quilt As You Go is and show you what this template is going to make. Quilt As You Go is a method where you make individual blocks and connect them as you go. So you're actually doing the top and the back all at one time. On a normal quilt, you're going to make your quilt top, layer it with your backing and your batting, and then quilt it. But this one, you're actually quilting as you go. So it's super quick and it's going to give you a quilt much faster. The big bubble template is going to give you the look of a cathedral window here and an orange peel here. And if you look at it, these orange peel fabrics are also your backing fabrics. And then your cathedral window is a background fabric. Now you can do the reverse of that to get a totally different look. So this version, you see that your background is your cathedral window. On this option, your cathedral window is your print and your orange peel is your background. And so the backing is gonna also be this orange peel print. So you probably also notice that this quilt has a straight edge and this quilt has a rounded edge. We're going to cover that in a little bit, but first what we want to do is talk about what we want our cathedral window fabric to be. And here you can see it's a background and here it's a print. For demonstration purposes today, I'm going to be making this quilt. So this is what the front and the back will look like with what I show you. Now that you have an idea of what we're going to be making, let's talk about the supplies and materials you need. To make this quilt, you need the big bubble template and the free pattern that comes with it. You'll need some batting squares. We recommend the Clover Blue water-soluble marker, a glue pen, and the Fiskars pinking shears. For your fabrics, you'll need one print layer cake and one solid layer cake. We don't have a solid layer cake today, so we are using 2 2/3 yards of Bella Solid Color 200. Today, we're featuring the Wild Honey collection by Layla Boutique and Moda Fabrics. So since this is Quilt As You Go, you won't have to add additional binding or backing because it's all right here. After you have your template, your fabric, and your supplies, let me show you how to make this quilt. Since we started with yardage for our background, now you will cut that down into 36 10-inch squares, and then you will cut your batting into 36 5 1/4 inch squares. And now we're ready. This is a clear template, and on the back, this is brown paper. I'm going to take that off before we start. And now you can see it's going to be a lot easier to work with this template because you're going to be able to see your fabrics as you work. So now we're going to remember that our fabric A that's pink on the pattern is always going to be our background. We're going to take our background square, we're going to fold it on the diagonal twice, and we're going to make creases. This will make it really easy for you to see where to place your batting. Now that you have your crease on this fabric, you're going to place a batting square, and you'll basically place it in the center, and it's really easy to see because you're touching these diagonal lines. You will want to have the wrong side facing up. Since it's background, it won't matter. And then you'll want to glue this down just a little bit. That's your first step. So now you want to take your fabric B, which is our print square, and just on the back, just put a little bit of glue in the center and line this up right in the center. Now you'll notice the print layer cake is not exactly the same size as your solid, and that's because we starched, and that's okay, it's still gonna work. Now you will flip this over back to your background side. Now we're gonna put the background fabric on top, and we're gonna stitch across this entire line. I recommend stitching with a 2.0 stitch length because that's going to look really nice and you're going to see it. So you don't want it to be too tight. And I do recommend throughout this quilt back stitching at the beginning and ending of every seam. Using a walking foot on this quilt is optional, but I was able to make it without a walking foot, so it's totally up to you. For the thread that you pick, I would pick a thread that is closest to your background fabric, and I would use 100% cotton thread. Now place your template where your stitches are right on this diagonal line, and then you're going to make 8 marks on the outside. It's important that you use a pen where your lines will not disappear with heat, so that's why we're using the Clover Blue marking pen. The SKU number is 515. After you've traced those inside 8 lines, you want to trace around your template. And then when you take it off, you just want to make sure that you can really see your lines, and your lines should be outside of your batting squares. So once you take your template off, you will see there's some gaps here. What you want to do is draw these lines to finish that so that it becomes a complete square. And you want the intersection right here to be right at the stitch line. So you're making that a complete square. That'll make it easier when you're stitching. So now here's the most intimidating part of the whole thing. You're going to use pinking shears, and we're going to cut on this outside circle line. It's important to use some type of pinking, because if you don't, your fabric is going to shred and it's not going to look as pretty. And with the pinking shears, just go slow and steady. And when you line up the next one, you can just line up where the pinking shears left off on the previous stitch so it looks nice and even. So now that I'm looking at it, it looks a little choppy right here, so I'm just going to make that just a little bit prettier. You're going to make a total of 36 of these bubbles, and if your circle is not perfectly straight, it's okay, because we're going to fold that in and you won't even notice. You're going to make a total of 36 bubble blocks, and then you're going to put your print fabrics together, which are your fabric bees, and you want to line up where your stitches touch, that intersection right there. And then we're going to just sew from here to here. You're going to back stitch to secure that stitch, and you're going to go all the way to the edge. It's very important to back stitch and to go all the way to the very edge so there are no holes in your quilt. If you have any loose threads, I would definitely cut them off, because this is essentially your quilt. So once you've sewn this together, you can press this open and you'll see your orange peel. You're going to continue adding 4 more, so you will have a total of 6 in your row. And this is what your row looks like when it is sewn together. Now what we want to do is flip these open, press them down, and we're going to stitch an outline. We're just going to go 1/8 of an inch around the very edge, and we're going to back stitch at the beginning and the end, and just make sure when you connect those that you actually connect in the corner. Now here, if you leave your left hand and you just rotate, you'll get a really nice circle. Now here you can roll up your row so it gets out of the way when you're doing the other side. And this is how my stitch lines look, and you can see using those pinking shears, it just gives that edge a really nice look, and it's not going to fray as much as it would if it was a straight line. So you will need a total of 6 rows to make your quilt. So now this is 2 rows, and I'm going to show you how to put the rows together. Again, you're going to put your fabric bees together, and what I'm going to actually do here is pin at each intersection. When you're doing this, you want the 2 stitches that you made on those diagonal lines to line up. What we're going to do is start all the way on one end, back stitch, and we're going to go straight across. It's really important that you sew inside this line so that when you open this up, there is not a hole. So you have to go a little bit on top of your orange peel. And if you don't do it the first time, of course, you could go back and sew, but you want to just be conservative with that stitch. One thing I forgot to say is, even though you're stitching a little bit to the left of that line, don't stitch on your batting. Then you'll want to open this up and make sure there are no holes. If there are, you can just go back over it and stitch. Then you'll flip this back over, press this open, and you're going to do that same top stitching all the way across both sides. Now what I did is I stitched all the way across the long edge first, and I just back stitched here, and then I just traveled a few straight stitches all the way over and then back around. That way I only had to back stitch twice. Now for your quilt, you're going to make 3 sections of 2 rows. And then you're going to connect those together. It's easy to put 2 rows together at a time instead of adding as you go. Now for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to leave my quilt at this size. And what we're going to do is I'm going to stitch all the way across the outside on this drawn line, making sure to get in here and make sure there's no holes. Okay, so from here, because we're gonna leave our table runner at this size, I'm gonna sew on these outside lines, making sure to grab the very edge of the fabric so there are no holes. And just know that once you do this, you can no longer add any more rows to your quilt. Now you have two finishing options. You can either leave these as circles, and if you do that, you just stitch 1/8 of an inch away all the way around. Or if you stitch the orange peels down on the edge, this is what your edging will look like. And what's great is your quilt is completely done. The front and the back, it's ready to go, and you can give it as a gift. Super easy, super quick, and you can make this quilt in a day. The Big Bubble Crib pattern is a quick and easy way to learn the Quilt As You Go technique. With the free pattern that comes with each of the templates, on the front there's a QR code. You can click there for lots of size options. I'd love for you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.